Hello everyone. So let's continue with our management chapter 4, that is safety management. Okay. So in the last video we studied about accidents, different effects of accidents and causes of accident. In this video we are going to study about the fire. What are fire hazards and what are fire drills? Okay. So let's start with fire hazards. Let's see the different types of examples of fire hazards. It can be the objects that can create heat, overloading of power sockets. Then it can be human error and it can cause due to human error and negligence. Then smoking, combustible material being stored on a site. Then flammable liquids and vapors. Then due to dust, it can build up due to dust. Then faulty electrical equipment, they can cause the fire hazards. Okay. Now we'll see what is the harmful nature of a fire. Uh, Basically, the flame totally burns the thing. The heat and the water vapor from the combustion causes severe damages, and dangerous effects can be caused due to smoke and soot. So, serious effects due to toxic chemical are basically harmful nature of the fire. Now we'll see what are different types of fires. So basically fire involving solid materials like wood, paper and textiles. Then fire involving flammable liquids such as petrol, diesels and oils. Then fire involving gases, fire involving metals, fire involving electrical apparatus. So these are different types of fires. Okay. Next we'll see how to prevent fire hazard. Basically, avoid hot work if possible. Then train the people related to fire hazards. Ensure that the area is clear of flammable and combustible materials. Use of return permit system. Supervise the work. Avoid accumulation of dust to dangerous level by following a regular housekeeping. Keep the display of safety information of every liquid that is stored. Store inflammable liquids properly. Control all igneous resources. Provide personal protective equipment. Keep equipments and machinery clean. This cleaning includes surrounding areas. Avoid the risk due to grease or dirt particles. Prevent overheating of machinery. Follow maintenance procedures regularly. Do not overload electrical equipment or circuits. Don't leave temporary equipment plugged in when it is not in use. Then avoid using extension cords. Then use anesthetic equipments where required. Okay. So this is how you can prevent the fire hazards. Okay. Now, next are effects of fire. What can be the effects of fire? So, fire impacts people, property, and the environment. Many human systems are affected by wildfire smokes, fire attacks, respiratory system, burning of skin, organs, fatal nature, and dangerous impacts. So, these are basically effects of the fires. Next, so this was fire hazards. Next topic we are going to see is fire drill. Okay. So fire drill. What is fire drill? Basically, fire drill is a method of practicing how a building or an organization can be evacuated in case of event of fire. Normally, the building's existing fire alarm system is activated and building is evacuated as if the emergency has occurred. Now we'll see different what are the different steps in fire drill. First is communicate with the local chief or fire marshal. Create an in-house safety committee. Communicate evacuation routes to people. Suggest alternate routes in case of emergency. And conduct a fire drill regularly. These are the basic steps in fire drill. Okay. Then is during the fire drill, what should be done? Supervisory staff are to monitor the fire drill process and note any of the following. Are individual closing the doors after exiting the room? Are the individual remaining calm and proceeding towards the nearest exit? Are individual assembling at the designated muster point? Are fire wardens ensuring the safe evacuation of all the individuals? So that should be followed during the fire drill. Then after the fire drill, record the total evacuation time in the evacuation checklist report. Silence the alarm, reset the fire alarm system, ensure the fire alarm system is back to normal operating condition. Inform individuals that they can re-enter the building. Keep record of the fire drill. So this is what you have to do after the fire drill. All these activities you have to do after the fire drill. Next is what are different advantages of fire drill? Basically, it ensures that people exit the building in timely fashion and know the designated area. People know the evacuation routes. Fire drills are an opportunity to practice evacuation procedures to make sure all involved are familiar with them. Then the fire drills are also helpful for testing escape routes to evaluate their effectiveness. Due to fire drills, we can ensure that the alarm systems and fire safety equipments are in working conditions. Then everyone is aware of how to get out of the working place in quickest and safest ways. After the mock drill, improvements can be suggested to have effective evacuation process. So these are basically advantages of the fire drill. Next, we'll see what are the objectives of fire drill. Basically, giving the employees an opportunity to practice emergency procedures in a simulated but safe environment. Then, determining if the employees understand and can carry out the emergencies. Evaluating effectiveness of these evacuation procedures. And lastly, compiling with requirements of all the local fire code. So these are objectives of fire drill. And last is fire drill. First is fire prone places, once in 3 months, and other workplaces once in 6 months. So this should be carried out. Okay, so this was basically fire drill. Okay, so I hope both the fire hazards and fire drill are clear to you all. Okay, so next topic will continue in the next video. Okay, if you have any doubt, we can discuss it on next Wednesday's lecture. Okay.